Most natural fats, such as those in vegetable oils, dairy products, and animal fat, are complex mixtures of simple and mixed triacylglycerols. These contain a variety of fatty acids differing in chain length and degree of saturation. Vegetable oils such as corn and olive oil are composed largely of triacylglycerols with unsaturated fatty acids and thus are liquids at room temperature. Triacylglycerols containing only saturated fatty acids such as tristerin, the major component of beef fat, are white greasy solids at room temperature. When lipid-rich foods are exposed too long to oxygen and air, they may spoil and become rancid. The unpleasant taste and smell associated with rancidity result from the oxidative cleavage of double bonds in unsaturated fatty acids, which produces aldehydes and carboxylic acids of shorter chain length and therefore higher volatility. To improve the shelf life of vegetable oils used in cooking and to increase their stability at high temperatures used in deep frying, commercial vegetable oils are subjected to partial hydrogenation. This process converts many of the cis double bonds in fatty acids to single bonds and increases the melting temperature of the oil so that they are more nearly solid at room temperature. Margarine is produced from vegetable oil in this way. Partial hydrogenation has another undesirable effect. Some cis bonds are converted to trans double bonds. There is now strong evidence that dietary intake of trans fatty acids, often referred to simply as trans fats, leads to a higher incidence of cardiovascular disease, and that avoiding these fats in the diet substantially reduces the risk of coronary heart disease. Dietary trans fatty acids raise the level of triacylglycerols and of LDL, or the bad cholesterol in the blood, and lower the level of HDL, or the good cholesterol, and these changes alone are enough to increase the risk of coronary heart disease. But trans fatty acids may have further adverse effects. They seem, for example, to increase the body's inflammatory response, which is another risk factor for heart disease. Many fast foods are deep fried in partially hydrogenated vegetable oils, and therefore contain high levels of trans fatty acids. In view of the detrimental effects of these fats, some countries like Denmark and some cities like New York severely restrict the use of partially hydrogenated oils in restaurants. French fries prepared in a chain fast food restaurant in Denmark now contain almost no detectable trans fatty acids, whereas the same product in the United States contains 5 to 10 grams of trans fatty acids per serving. The deleterious effects of trans fats occur at intakes of 2 to 7 grams a day, and a single serving of French fries in a US restaurant may contain this amount of trans fatty acid.